What if the next Prime Minister of Canada is already telling us the system is broken? Not just in Canada, but everywhere. Because what if the real story isn't politics? It's that millions of people no longer believe the game works at all. Welcome back to Digest of All Conversations. I'm Hakeem Mamdani. Today we're breaking down a powerful conversation from the diary of a CEO, where Pierre Poilievre lays out a vision that's resonating with millions and raising serious questions about the future of the West. Poilievre's core argument is simple. The system is no longer working for ordinary people. He points to a reality many of us already feel. Costs are rising. Wages aren't keeping up, and ownership, homes, stability, security is slipping out of reach. And here's the deeper issue. It's not just economic, it's psychological. Because when people feel like they can't win, they stop believing in the system entirely. What makes this conversation more compelling is his background. Poilievre wasn't born into power. He was adopted by two school teachers. His family struggled financially. They lost homes. And that instability shaped how he sees the world. He believes success should come down to effort and opportunity, not whether you were born into the right system, and whether you agree with him or not. That story is exactly why his message is landing with so many people. One of the most striking points he makes is about the middle class. In the past, there was a clear path. Work hard, buy a home, build a life now. That path is disappearing. Young people today are doing everything right and still falling behind. And when that happens, frustration turns into something more dangerous. Resentment, division, distrust. The conversation doesn't stop at Canada. It expands into global stakes. Energy, geopolitics, and shifting alliances. Canada, he argues, could be a major global player. But only if it leverages its resources correctly. At the same time, there's a growing sense that the world is becoming more unstable. Tensions between major powers, economic fragility, and a constant undercurrent of uncertainty. Now here's where things get more controversial. Poilievre makes a strong claim that Iran is one of the biggest sponsors of terrorism in the world, and that's a position shared by Western governments like the United States and Canada. But there's another perspective that complicates this. Some critics argue that the United States, through wars, military interventions, and regime change operations, has also played a major role in global instability and terrorism. And depending on how you define terrorism, that challenges the entire narrative. So now the question becomes, who decides what terrorism is, and who gets to label who? Because in global politics, the line between defense and aggression isn't always as clear as it seems. Another controversial piece of the discussion is culture. Poilievre pushes back against what he sees as ideological overreach, arguing that it's dividing societies rather than uniting them. And this is where the conversation becomes bigger than politics. Because across the world, we're seeing the same pattern. People splitting into camps. Trust breaking down, shared values becoming harder to define. But here's the real question. This interview forces us to confront. Is this about one politician? Or is it about a deeper global shift? Because whether you agree with him or not, the feeling he's tapping into is real. People feel locked out, they feel unheard. And most importantly, they feel like the system isn't built for them anymore. And when that belief spreads, it doesn't just change elections, it changes everything. So the question isn't just, could he be the next Prime Minister of Canada? The real question is, what happens when millions of people stop believing in the system entirely? This is Digest of All Conversations. I'm Hakeem Mamdani, and I'll see you in the next one.